to share it. Where do you get a link? Hello, Fable. Emma's much faster at finding a link than I am. I do not know where to look. Can you see the screen okay? I know there's glare on this. But once I turn the page, there shouldn't be much glare. Oh, is it upside down? Let me put... Oh, not that one. There we go. Shh, shh. We'll get to that. There's some of that in like every sketchbook, but... Hello, Nick. We're gonna flip through all my sketchbooks from 2023. So we're gonna go through, most of the ones I post are the watercolor ones. I'm gonna flip through all of the like drawing ones, which I just doodle in. So we got 4 big ones, or this one's only half full. This black one's half full. These ones are all full. And then I have 2 other ones with like a few drawings in them. So starting with these ones. And then most of it's just doodles. Almost all of it's in ink. And then this one has a lot of figure drawings in it, which is like the naked people. But some of that is also spread randomly in these ones. It just, like, I kind of just leave sketchbooks around and I just draw on them whenever. So this one is like, I label the start date up here usually. At least for these ones. But like, I'll just leave, like I bought this one and this one, it was a 2-pack. So I just leave them next to my desk and I just grab whichever one. Okay, let me turn down the music. I switched the scene and then it... Is that better? Can you hear me now? Maybe that song just turned up the sound. So I just leave them next to my desk and I'll just draw on it whenever. So there's not like a real order. This one is first. It's like beginning of 2023. This one is like summer to November. But then this one is just like in between and overlapping with the other ones, and then so is this one. So, starting with this one. Hello, Owlbear. So this one is January to July 2023. I guess I'll just flip through. If you have questions, ask them. Hello, Ficus. Welcome. I hope you're feeling better, or I hope you feel better. She's sick. Presumably throwing up.
No.
Okay, so starting with this one, we've just got a bunch of elf people. This might have been when I started listening to the Sylvanas audiobook. Hello, Lamoon. Welcome. Actually, no, I think these are just random elves. The Sylvanas audiobook was much later. We got a Celt-looking lady, which this is like a sketch before I did an actual painting. Hello, Mike. Or you. Welcome. So these ones, normally I'll draw with like a fine liner, which is like this thing, or a fountain pen, if I have one. But then these ones, oh hi, Islua. How do you pronounce her name? Islua. Welcome. So most drawings are with one of these two things. A calico fountain pen tip, or just like a normal pen, a Sharpie pen, like a little fine tip. This page is done with this thing, which is like a brush pen, so it like squeezes out a bunch of ink. Oh, you can't see that. Islua. Okay. I'll emphasize the Z. This is a sketch I did before Lemoon's commission. So she asked for like a divinity character and then her OC. So I planned out the scene here with a nice little tree in the background, a couple other sketches down here of how I wanted them to sit. It's not blurry, is it? Do I need to like lift it higher? We've got some scary looking faces and a guy holding a monkey. The drawings for Nick. Usually when I don't know what to draw, I'll just start doodling a face. Just like a random weird face. So most of the things in these sketchbooks are just gonna be like random faces. Okay. We've got a guy with a funny hat. I don't know what this is. Emma's come closer to the microphone to look at the drawings.
It's Ada.
This is one of my OCs. I turned this into a painting. So I think... No, this is January still. The other sketchbook has a little bit of 2022. I forgot the context for that. You were asking a monkey to show? I think we were looking at pictures of monkeys with things. Okay, we've got some random stuff. Some more random faces, just heads floating in on the page. Just like a figure. The inspiration for this is basically Bruce Willis, but I didn't watch a Bruce Willis movie recently when I drew this. But like that's just what I had in my head. But I like this drawing. I thought it came out pretty cool. I like the jacket. Oh, I might have been watching Blade Runner when I drew this, I think. We got some kind of science fiction-y jumpsuit, like a space outfit or something, or like someone that would be on a spaceship. Same guy, and then a girl in like a sweatsuit top. Oh, of course. Okay, we've got a nice big nose, a bunch of little faces, a Christmas tree. We must have still had our Christmas tree up or something, or that might not be true. It's just like something I practice sometimes is how to draw a tree like that, a pine tree. We've got the lady who I did a couple paintings on, the one holding the contract. We've got like a person laying down, but it's very sloppy. So I must have been like, this might have been in between like games or something where I was just doodling little things. None of these are really anything. Eyeballs and faces, a pirate, or like a pioneer or something. Okay, this one is planning for a painting. So it's just like a lady attacking a guy, and I was trying to figure out the poses. So him standing there, something, she's like lunging, moved his sword from in front to behind him. figuring out what I wanted her to do, because that's all messed up. Same thing over here. So this one matches this one. This one's different. I think I went with this one. I like the arm crossing in front of her better. A bunch of fishermen. I think Emma drew cat ears on him or something. I did not do that. This. He's got like cat ears, a mouth, and like paws.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah. I was looking up, not for this one, but for these two. I just googled like fisherman and I was drawing the picture. Some more of those. And then like most of these I'm not using like a pencil or like I'm not like drawing a sketch and then erasing it and redoing it. I'm just drawing it. This is eraser marks. But pretty much any ink one, there's no like underdrawing or anything. I'm just drawing straight in ink onto the paper. So when something looks wonky like this one, I was probably holding the paper weird. And it's all like slanted, or I just messed up. But that was something I wanted to practice this year. It was just like drawing with a pen only. I like this one. This one looks proportionate. This one's like slanted or something. This one's okay, but his legs are long. But again, if I'm sitting here and the paper is like this, like it stretches it. So things get like shrunk or like the perspective is messed up a little bit because you're not looking at it straight on, you're looking at it at an angle. A few last fishermen. He's got a nice big smile because he's got a nice big fish. So does he. Keep it realistic. Yeah, this is with this thing again, I think. Or it might have been some other. These look like this. This pen. There's just like a YouTuber, a fishing YouTuber that says, keep it realistic. And it's just like a guy that just walks down to the river and then fishes. But like, there's like no fancy editing or anything. But it's not also like a... It's not like he has a fancy camera or anything. He just like walks down with a GoPro and he's like, alright, we're gonna try fishing over here. It's like, oh, they're not biting. And like, that's like the video. Or he'll catch something. It's like, okay, let's see if we could get another one. It's something I would put on while I was working at home during like COVID and stuff. Some random doodles. I think this is some kind of like marker pen. Because it's not super textured looking, which is what you get from this one. I think it might be like this one, which is like a dual tip. So you get like a brush tip here. This one's kind of drying out. And then you have a chisel tip for like this part I did. Couple more faces. And a nice chunky frog. That's a pretty good frog, I like that. I don't know why I drew a bus. You want to see the frog?
Yeah. He's so cute.
We got like an alligator, a bear. Bears are really hard to draw. I have no idea what this is. That's a bear. I think this is a catfish or something. I really don't know.
You were drawing Pokemon?
What to doodle on a Tuesday? I'm very bad at cursive, as like Ficus in Hawaiian know now. I'm very bad at writing it, but I'm horrible at reading it. It's like a different language to me. I just see like squiggles and it just doesn't make sense. But what to doodle on a Tuesday? We've got a guy opening a chest, some eyeballs, so like a mimic, some other pen, and then a Tangela or Tangela. I always say Tangela because it's like tangled. Pretty sure that's what it is. And then we've got a guy with like a weird haircut. Okay, some weird dragon thing. I don't know what that is.
What?
But he's got 2 layers of pecs, one for the wings, one for the arms, as any good dragon should.
Did you gasp at this? You turned the page, you're like,
Yeah. Tangela. Of course, or Tangela. That's what it is. He needs like spikes or something. He's got like a dopey head and a buff body. What's up with that? Okay, more mimics. I like this one immediately. I like the shading on the cheeks. This one, there's just like too much right here. This one is distributed nice, but I like the helmet. This is a cool page. He looks like he's smiling. Who does? Tangela?
probably the dragon.
Or the dragon? Yeah, the dragon's smiling.
You can
Nice
see the
big old
delay on
smile.
my computer.
How big's the delay? Are you saying if I look behind me, I can see what he's talking about?
Yeah.
That's like the opposite of Chonkazard. It is. We all prefer Chonkazard. We've got another guy. Just different markers. I must have been playing Hearthstone, I think, and I was looking at all the World of Warcraft shoulders. So I was drawing that. Or it might have... No, that's probably World of War... or Hearthstone. I don't play World of Warcraft. This is the staff I usually use in ESO, though. Okay. These are the figure drawings. So, every once in a while, I'll have a period where I just, like, go on this website called Quick Poses and just, like, do quick poses. And what it is, like, it shows you a picture of, like, a naked person or, like, a mostly naked person. And you get, like, 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 minutes to draw them. And you just do a bunch of those. And you pick how long you want to do. So usually I'll do, like, 2 or 3 minutes. 1 minute's too fast for me. I can't really get anything down. 3 minutes is kind of long. 5 minutes I've only done, like, once or twice. So usually 2 or 3 minutes. And I'll do it for, like, half an hour to an hour. And it just shows you different people every time. So, just a bunch of different ones. We got a lady kneeling, laying down, a guy all scrunched up twice, and then some lady like bending over. And like one thing that's cool is like usually they'll start off like super rough like this one. It's just kind of like a quick thing. But then later ones I'll have like more squiggles for like details or shading as I like warm up and figure out how to be more efficient with my time. But then I might get a weird one and that'll mess me up. Or later on I get like absorbed in like the details and like the ribs and stuff. Some more. So this one was tough. It's like a guy going like this with his arms. We got some random torso doodles. Okay, so these were more figure drawings, but this time with a pencil. And these ones are kind of hard to see. They're very messy. I don't usually do them with a pencil. I think I was like getting back into doing them. And I was trying to figure out like what tool I want to use. Because with a pen, you can't really shade. Because it's just like a fine little line. So I wanted to try a pencil so that I could like shade quickly. But it's just super messy. I drew on both sides on this one. Nice abs right there. These ones aren't that good. Yeah, I kept my pencil and drew some Conans. Some back muscles. One thing I try to do a lot of this year is like practice anatomy. So that's one of the reasons I was doing the quick poses. I wanted to figure out what the heck a back looks like. And then like understand the muscles in the torso better. So over the course of all the sketchbooks, you should see an improvement if you pay attention to it. And then same thing with the faces. So more face doodles. I like these two a lot. I think they're pretty good. I wish it had like good detail on it. I like this perfect like egg-shaped one. I got like a tavern lady or something, like a waitress. It likes camera. I was trying my different mechanical pencils. The Statler 0.5, the Pentel Sharp 0.7, the Sumo Grip. Sumo Grip pencils are like super cool. It's just like a super fat pen or pencil. I have a normal mechanical pencil. Normal pencil works. So normal pencil. Your average mechanical pencil that's kind of thick. I think this is one of them. Oh no, this is a Delgard. That's not here. And then it's just like super fat, like a marker. And then I have a 0.9 lead version. It's just super comfortable in your hand. And it's not like long either. I guess it's the same length as that. But I really like it. It's comfy. So I bought like 4 or 5 of them. So that's probably why I was using it, is because I bought more of them. We've got some weird looking guy right here with his eyes bulging out. This looks like Winona, one of my OCs. We've got a lady all scrunched up. Some kind of like dog thing. Winona again.
She's from.
She's from Bruma, of course. We got an angry lady. And a lady with a little hat. And then this thing. Some more. I like this one. This one, I like the face, but I don't think I did a good job on the hair. Oh, that's, what's his name? Emma, what's his The guy that punted the cat?
What?
Or Connery, that's it.
What are you talking about?
This guy, from my comment.
Oh.
Yeah, there he is. Connery. Yeah, if you think bears have knives for claws. You're as insufferable as you are utterly barbaric. So I was brainstorming ideas for a comic with the contract, like, Night Lady and Connery. So it's basically like he was helping her solve some mystery or something, and she did not like him. That was the idea. Some more doodles. I think this is a Fortnite character. The like tree guy. More figure studies. Guess I just drew the face for one of them. Some over here, some over there. So these ones are better. Like, I like the shading on these ones. So at this point, I was looking at a lot of tarot decks and stuff. So this is the High Priestess, I think. She's got like the sun and the moon. Some kind of like pajamas outfit. Looks super comfy. Winona, a lover of wine. And then here, I guess she's eating soup.
Oh yeah, she stole all the wine. That's what she did.
Okay, so Winona is basically... I came up with her for a game, a card game. But then I made my Oblivion character, Winona. So I played as Winona. And she does like charms magic, and she sneaks around. And in my Oblivion playthrough, I just like stole all the wine I could find. And I got into like trouble and whatnot for it. So she's the wine thief or the wine burglar. We've got a page of doggies. I love this one. It looks so good. This one's face is a little squished.
The one down there at Brindle Sue.
Oh, yeah, this is Emma's dog.
The baby.
With a nice little potato on her butt. Just practicing more animals. Some doodles. Ah, Sylvanas. We've got a guy with a Mexico shirt. It's one of the nights when I was really bored. Okay, we've got a guy. Wendy from my old comic. Cool older Wendy from my old comic. And then we've got a random guy with a dual disc. So for these, Emma and I came up with like a card game. We made like a basic card game that's similar to Tales of Tribute. But our theme was like a zoo. So it was like trying to buy animals for your zoo. And so I did a bunch of like doodles on like how it would look. And we just printed out like on like cardboard paper, construction paper, and put it in card sleeves and played the game. So I just doodled like each animal. So we had a lion, a tiger, and I think this one came out really good. An elephant. This one sucks because his feet suck. The crocodile. This one looks awesome. I'm happy with that. His big old neck rolls. That's a chonkigator. Giraffe. Had to try twice. Flamingo. Emma, what are you doing? And then the like supporting cards. So coins, so you could buy things, trade, steal the animal, like a flyer in the newspaper, clean up the poo. That was like bribe or something. You have a butt. More animals. I think at this point I just want to draw more animals. Back to figure studies. This time I incorporated an eraser in that one. Eraser. Eraser. This one's kind of cool. I think this might have been, this one at least, was like from a painting or something I was copying. Yeah, this is when I bought an anatomy book, and then I was like, I should just like copy pages from the anatomy book. So I started with the skull page because skulls are cool. And I like copied all the labeling from it, and I was like, I should do this for like everything in the book, but it would take forever. But I did at least do the skull, and I think the drawings came out good. Again, it's just pen with no like sketching under. So like I'm surprised this one looks so good. This one I can see like the top isn't round. It's like lopsided. But that one came out good. Then we have the back, again a little lopsided, but like overall not bad. Okay, this is when I was copying paintings. Like Calvin, one of the very few people not doing anime. Hello, Calvin. Yeah, I don't do... There's like some anime doodles every once in a while, but usually it's when I'm like bored, or like just want to draw like something like that. I don't know, something cute, I guess. But like 90% of what I draw is more like this. Or these are copies of like paintings by Brahm. So more like the other pages. But yeah, Master Studies basically was the idea for this page. More Brahm pictures that I was just copying. Again, I was looking at the muscles to try to understand how those work. Okay. The doodles, I think I was trying to figure out where the skull sits in the face or in the head. I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, this is, composition studies. That's what it's called. It's when you look at a painting and just kind of look at, like, the light and the darks. And these are our Frazetta paintings. This is the polar bear one. I don't know what this one is, but this is the lightning bolt one. I think that's Conan. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. So I was looking at these. So I was gonna join in. It is strange and coincidentally, the characters are always women. That's true. So I was joining an art contest to draw something in like a Frazetta style. So I was looking at Frazetta's paintings to see like, because he has like all these weird crazy colors in the background, but I was trying to look at like how the light and shadow like kind of like leads you to the focal point. So like this one is like dark, but then a big light thing going like across it. So you're led up to the lightning bolt or whatever. And the art contest was for like a cryptid or something. So I chose Bigfoot, and I was trying to figure out what kind of like, I was doing thumbnail sketches of like what I was gonna paint, and I ended up with this. So I painted this, but I did not win the contest. Okay. So this page, refill, I clearly refilled my fountain pen and just started doodling with it. A lot of conians. And we got like a Joan of Arc over here. I like this one down here, and I like the Joan of Arc. I like that one. Okay, so this is a different fountain pen. Few Day Nib. It's like like a normal fountain pen has like just like a straight tip or whatever. Look at that. It's like what you think a fountain pen looks like. The Few Day Nib, I just washed it, so I have it in front of me. It's like tilted. It has like an angle to it. So it looks the same from the front. So it like tilts up like a hockey stick if it focuses, but it won't. So you can draw with like a fine point if you do it upside down, or if you do it like flat, you can get a big fat ink mark. So I think I was like comparing the two. So this one's Few Day, but it looks like I switched back right after. Or maybe I used it over here. We got some kind of Viking guy. Just a torso. A guy walking through a portal. I think this is a copy from a painting. I forget what the painting is though. Okay, using the brush pen again. A Conan. A guy with the sword on his back. I like the brush pen when it works like this, but a lot of times it just starts like drying out and you just get like this like super like blurry almost, or like the ink just doesn't flow right, so it becomes like a chore to draw with and everything just looks all blurry or something. So when it's like fresh like this, it's really fun to use, but very quickly it dries out and it sucks. Okay, this one I did do an under sketch for, and then I inked it, so like I sketched it out, inked it, erased the pencil, and then filled in the back and made like a drawing. So this one was, I submitted to like be in like some like short story anthology, but I did not get it. But I think the skeletons look really good. The guy's face looks kind of weird. The body looks good though. I was happy with the anatomy. And shading is like one thing. Like in like the comic book style, you have to use like a lot of solid blacks, and that's not something I'm like used to. So like I should have had a lot of solid blacks in the shoe, but I don't. I really just put them there. So that's something I would need to practice. We've got some cowboys. A guy on a horse. This one looks cool. He looks more like a sailor. Looks like He-Man, almost. It's a little fight doodle, but the perspective's really weird. I like this one though. Brace thyself. A soldier, a fireball. Faces are starting to look better now. Dragon head. Back to figure studies. Conan. A lady with some kind of like thin helmets. Those are always cool. Again, I think I was trying to figure out the back muscles without like over defining them. We have Guile. So this must have been when Street Fighter 6 came out. We have Guile. We have Lily saying, "Hola, Mr. Guile." And Guile's just sitting there. I think he's supposed to have a cheeseburger. Lily again. Lily. So I mained Lily when the game started. I was gonna go with Guile or Lily, but then I went with Lily. I got an arm. Ryu, Lily, Manon. I recently switched to Manon. She's pretty fun to use. Ken with a beard. He doesn't have a beard in the game. Ryu with a beard. He does have a beard, but it's really short than the normal Ryu without the beard. Ken looks cool with a beard. He should grow a beard. Yeah, figure drawings again, but this time in ink. So I started doing them in ink, and I liked it, so I kept doing them in ink. But one thing I noticed is when I was doing it with ink, I'd get like caught up. So like the previous ones were all like full body, like this one, but the ink ones I'll do like just the torso and kind of like run out of time, shoulder and the chest, or just like half the body. So I usually don't. I can't like get to all of it in time because like you spend so much time hatching and stuff. But I think it looks cooler when it's done. So I kept doing them in fountain pen or pen in general. Got some more. Like the hatching just looks cool. I like it. Another Ryu. I think Ryu looks cool in Street Fighter 6. It's only like half done though. Draw big. So I'm always like drawing little things like this. A reminder to draw bigger and use the whole page. We got a Conan and a lady. So one of the reasons most of these are like Conans is like you'll just draw like a scary looking face and then just like practice the muscles and then you have to turn it into somebody. So you just give it bangs and long black hair and it's Conan. Like, see, like, I didn't put the hair on. I just started like shading down there. If I put the hair on, boom, it's Conan. I need to find like other, like, just like shirtless naked people to turn it into, like Hercules or something. Okay, figure studies, but with the brush pen this time. This one looks cool. The different strokes, we have like thick strokes, little strokes, long strokes, and then short strokes. This one looks cool too, the lighting. So brush pen's really cool. It just like runs out of ink so fast. We have two up here. A bunch of faces. At some point I did like face figure studies. I think these might have been it. I don't know though. I'm not really sure what these are. I think, no, they have to be because of these ones. And some kind of lady with a sword that's like blunt tipped or like a chopping sword. brainstorming a book cover for Lord of the Rings. Just like how I would do it. And my favorite scene from the first one is when he's hiding from the ring wraith. I think that'd make a cool book cover. It was just like another doodle under in the ring wraith. Back to figure studies. This time with pencil again. These ones are kind of messy. I didn't put the time limit on these ones, but in the other sketchbook I started putting them. I don't know how to write cursive. So I got a new fountain pen, probably. Okay, this was before I painted something Prowl, or I think I drew it first and then I decided to paint it. Owlbear took a screenshot of her character riding her mount and then Miri following her, but she was floating in air, not on a mount. So it looked like she's just like haunting Owlbear, just flying behind her. I like, oh shoot, what I do. I like this little panther thing right here. That looks pretty cool. But like I said, bears are hard for me to draw, so I was happy with this one. Huh.
Your OBS outbound sound by like 100. You're very quiet.
I'm very quiet. Let me see. I have to boost. Okay, how about now? Have I just been too quiet the whole time? What if I put the microphone there? Is that better? Talk to me, Sage. Hello, Biani, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Biani? Biani. Okay, this is some kind of... Is it charcoal pencil? Figure studies?
I can, but I think your mic conditioning is to drain you.
No, it's like right under me. Emma, you have to hold it. You have to be on my mic arm. I've been staring at your picture. So you haven't heard me like the whole time, or have you? Have I just been talking to no one? How about now? Is that better? With it like right here in my face, but it's ready to fall at any moment. Okay, on and off you've heard me. Okay. I've been hearing some wonderful mumbling. Excellent. That's what you come here for. Is it any better now? Nick has heard me just fine, thank goodness. Thank goodness someone is listening. You can turn up the gain via OBS. Okay, so my audio input capture properties. No, there's nothing there. I know there's like a slider at the bottom, and that one's maxed out. Filters. Gain. Okay. What if we add 10 decibels? What'll that do? Does that make a difference? Am I too loud now? What would I do without mic? Can you hear me loud and clear? If I don't lean into the microphone? I can't hear you. I must be loud. That's fine though. That's what you guys wanted. Okay, so we have more figure drawings with a charcoal pen or pencil. Your sweet dulcet tones. This one was a painting. So sketching what I was gonna do in the painting. You're shattering levels up stage. I guess you'll have to turn me down. What if I go down a little bit? I don't know how to change that. Audio input capture. I don't know. You guys sound like you're suffering down there. Okay, so I was planning a painting. Yes. Yes, what? Please speak in full sentences so I know what's going on. I can see the microphone go into the red a little bit. I'm here to hear this. Okay. Alright, if you say so. I must have my volume cranked. LMAO. LMAO. So, planning for a painting. I like this. You can see like the lavender, a tree in the background, some nice railing, and then putting a lady in with flowers because it's like a garden picture. And I was like, okay, how should she be posed? Should she be holding a plant or like watering plants or something? I think I went with this one. I think the order was like this, this, this. It's way better. Thank you. Okay. I started listening to a podcast by Cybershell and like Bedhead Bernie, and they just talk about like old net lore. So weird things. I've normalized your voice to everyone in Discord now. Oh, excellent. Now everyone knows what I sound like. I'm not just a little bee like buzzing in the background. They talk about like weird old internet things. So like internet stuff from like 2005 or something. So it's pretty interesting. I like it. And those are like their avatars. That's why I drew them. It's like a out of shape Sonic and then a little snowman guy. Ah, Barbie from the Barbie movie. And some fish. And Rhea. You love the process though. It's cool to visualize it. Awesome. Old. What did I say was old? Barbie? Or what? Now I know like Ficus sounds like a crazy person every time she talks.
What?
Just kidding. More figure sketches, some quick poses. Again with pencil. I think the other sketchbook is one where like started only doing it in pen. This is one of my OCs. Her name is Rhea. She's like a fighter. She just likes to fight people. That's her personality. There she is again. She uses a spear. There's like a sheep. 2005 internet old. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, like, yeah. I guess the internet's like 40 years old or something. But like, it's like they'll talk about things that were like barely documented 20 years ago because no one really saved stuff off the internet. Some random brush pen drawings. Fountain pen drawings. I like fountain pen drawings the most. I just like the thin little lines and like all the hatching and stuff. So I've started using them a lot. They've got a weird little Kirby. Rhea. That's male. My other OC, who's a boy. Male. That might be male. That's like a skeleton. We got a wolf head. Rhea. We have a couple Sonics. I don't know why I was drawing Sonic. don't know what this is. This one is weird. I feel like I was copying something with this one. Because it's so, like, squiggly. Oops. See, I told you I'd hit the microphone. Here we've got, like, another Celt-looking guy. We've got some kind of skirt. He's got some hide boots. He's got a big old belt. This guy's doing a battle cry. We've got a beard. We have a little Conan looking guy. We have a nice mustache right there. Good stuff. Back to figure drawings. For the last page. Ooh. Drink Coke, your advertisement on the last page. Look at that. I bought a deck of cards that's like Coca-Cola. So I was looking at those. So this I think is one of the paintings, because like the royalty cards are just like paintings, like Coke ads. And so this is one of the Coke ads. This I was just doodling. I don't know what that one is. And then Tombow Airpress. I bought a new pen down here. This one's a ballpoint pen. No, it's just a pen. And there's one person there.
I know, but you like to do them with big old mouths.
No, this is not that. Okay, so that's the first sketchbook.
Ooh.
January to July.
You want me to heat up your coffee?
Nah. Let's put that there. Can you hand me that one?
This one?
Okay, so I bought this one at the same time, but I used it on and off until June. So it's like overlapping. I started in November and in 2022, ended in May to June 2023. But I can tell I was just like doodling this one and like using it sometimes. So first half are 2022. I probably should have showed this one first. But anyways, so copper ink in a fountain pen. I really like this ink. It looks cool. We've got some Roman guy, an ODST from Halo. Guy with a big old helmet and a huge beard.
Freeze. Look underneath. Make sure there was nothing.
Nope. We've got a lady with a sword. But again, two just random bodies without any details added after. Another Roman guy. So we're back to the weirder looking faces. Pencil color? Colored pencil? That's what they're called. Bioni. Bioni might know them as crayons. Just a lady in leaves. Some kind of druid kind of themed drawing. Some people.
Ooh.
An Ouroboros, a snake eating itself. I forget why I did this.
It looks good though.
I was watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the one when I was rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! Ha! I saw that card coming. I play
Crayon.
Banana Magician. Because he looks like a banana.
Yeah.
Bioni said crayons. Do you guys call them crayons, right? I know in like the UK they're called crayons. That's my... Okay, this is for Fable. He wanted like Twitch emotes or something. So he wanted an otter. So I drew a bunch of otters. With the mustache and a top hat.
They're pretty cute.
Ficus's birthday, so this was October 2022. It's Freyla and her loyal mount Humphrey. Look at that face. I love that face.
It is really good.
Got some kind of pumpkin guy. Another pumpkin guy. know what that is.
That's cute. A leopard gecko monster.
Yes, Humphrey. Everyone knows him. This is a copy of an Angus McBride painting. I think it was like the sacking of Rome or something. But he's just like chugging wine and she's like partying or something. I think, I don't know actually. I don't know what the heck that horse is. We've got a lady on a horse.
Oh no.
You'll see I do my signature every once in a while. My signature does not look like that. It's more scribbly. A fisherman. Oh yeah, this was supposed to be a fisherman with Gyarados. I painted this. So this was figuring out what to draw for a painting. Or planning it. Okay, this is when I got the Calico Sport. This is one of my favorite fountain pens. The Calico Sport. The one I keep showing. So this might be Christmas time and I got it for Christmas. I like this little drawing. This became a painting. The Fool. Coming up with ideas for tarot cards. But I did not do many. The Fool again. I wrote down what it's supposed to be about. I colored it with like alcohol. Or actually, it could be watercolor. The Magician. I like this one. And I'm surprised the paper took the watercolor so well. The High Priestess. So this is when I started doodling her in the other sketchbook. So this is probably like the new year. We've got a barbarian playing the Game Boy. I think I did a painting of this with like Conan playing the Game Boy after this drawing. And we've got a lady, like the Golden Axe lady, playing Game Boy also. This is supposed to be... It's like a pirate lady, I don't know. Fat, chunky Pikachu for Fable. If he's here, you can look at that. Chunkachu. Pikachu. I like try to remember what I was looking at or like doing or reading or playing when I was doodling different things. We've got some Pokemon. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, and Poliwrath is just a fat toad. That's so good. What if Poliwrath was just a big fat toad? This might have been like a stream or something when I was trying to draw Pokemon from memory. Poliwrath with barbecue sauce. I don't know what that's about. Love disc. It looks like a meatball that's exploding. Oh no, that's supposed to be Garbodor. Okay. Houndoom. Cyndaquil. Lapras, I guess. Totodile. Mewtwo. Lapras again. Chikorita. Squirtle and Wartortle. Slurpuff? Part of a truck for some reason. Poliwhirl, yes. We have our nice dittos right here. In there. If you remember that. That Twitch moment. Nito King, Eevee. Have you seen those Pal World monster previews? Some creepy nightmare fuel stuff. I saw the ones that came out a couple months ago. Ditto. Yeah, ditto from the clip we made. I saw like all the trailers when they came out a couple months ago, but I haven't seen recent ones, if there are new ones. Are they just like showing off more Pokemon or Pal World designs? Cacnea. Silcoon. Starmie? Chinchou? Mimikyu? Jigglypuff? Pidgeot? Shuppet? Omastar in the background? Magby? We got a guy with like a stick and a beard. We've got an elf. Okay, we have a drawing from Emma. Meow, meow, meow. Woo hoo 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 hoo. Test. Hi, hi. Hi. Hello. What's up? Love you.
Yep. That's me.
That's how Emma talks normally. So I'm not surprised by this. Got some nice, like, whatever that haircut's called. The bob. Oh, this might have been Christmas. So we might... Wow. That might have all been December still. I know Emma asked me to draw this for her friend for Christmas. As like a Christmas present. So I was like doodling how I would draw it. It's like her character. Or I wasn't doodling, I was like planning the drawing. And the painting came out really bad. So the one I went with was this one, I think. I think I did a painting over here or on top or something, and I was just like wiping my brush on this page. More thumbnails for Lemoon's commission. I liked this one a lot. I kind of liked all of them. She picked this one. I can see why. I think this one might have been more fun because the perspective is like she's going across, she's going up the tree. I think this one's cool, but it would be way harder to draw. I think this one's cute. I might have picked this one. But like that's a I don't blame her for picking that one. New Year resolution, make notes for stuff that's less explanatory for next year's breakdown of picture books. I'd have to spend so much time just writing though. Okay, this was planning out a painting that I like didn't finish. A dragon head, a guy with like shredded shirt and like messy hair and muscles. We have some pen drawings. Rhea again. Male again. That looks cool. Charizard Rider. Yeah. I wish I finished the painting, but it became like too... Like, the problem... I used a lot of red in the painting for the dragon. And red is just like an annoying color to paint with. It's like using yellow, where like yellow, you paint over stuff and it still shows through. It's like that for red also. So I kind of regretted it. But like, how could the dragon not be red? We have Ada holding a wine. So Ada's my other OC. She's like a seller. She sells stuff, a merchant. So got Rhea saying, or Ada saying what? Some kind of trinket box. She said, I'll buy all of them. It's the trinket box. Or no, sorry, it goes like this. She sees a box, sniffs inside, looks in, sees the trinket box, says, "I'll buy all of them." And I really like this drawing. And then the next day she says, "Oh man, how am I gonna sell this?" A story that makes no sense on how to read it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got some kind of comic idea that I did not execute. Plot twist, it's a hell cube. Uh-oh. Ada runs up. "Hey friends, sorry for being tardy." And they say, "Don't worry, Ada, what do you have there?" And she says, "They're called playing cards, a deck of paper with numbers and pictures. See? What am I looking at? A card. What does it do? You mix it with the other cards and play a game." Wow, what a great comic. And I could not come up with the punchline. I was like, where am I going with this? We got like some kind of map making. Farming City, Lonely Shack, Jungle City, Lake Town, Port City, Bog Witch, Superstitious City. Some good names. Zergal might like this page. I'll just rip it out and send it to him. Some helmets. Some soldiers. Only a Sharpie pen. A pen Sharpie. This thing. So I bought one of these like in the middle of the year. Or I guess the start of last year. Or this year. And I really liked it. So I bought a box of like 12 of them. I've been using them like ever since. It's nice because the fountain pen like runs out of ink after like 2 or 3 pages, and then you have to refill it, which makes a mess. But a normal pen, you don't have to refill, and it feels similar, or like it puts out like a nice little line, and it doesn't smear or smudge or anything. So I kept using it all year. I like the perspective on this one. It's like a soldier lady, but like looking up from like knee level. I have to hold it up, I guess. The frog page. More animal practice. I like drawing frogs.
So cute.
Okay, we've got Valeria. Oh, this was when I was playing Conan Unconquered, the RTS Conan game. So it has Conan, Bully, Valeria, and I started playing as Valeria. I did Conan for like the first 2 or 3 missions, then I switched to Valeria for the next one. And like when they attack, it's like an RTS, but a survival thing. So it's like you have to survive 20 rounds or whatever, or 20 waves of enemies, and then Conan or Valeria or Billy or whoever are like hero characters, so they're just like powered up units. And Conan Unchained, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Um, um, so they're like powered up units and they like say things. So Valeria will say things like, "Come on, is that all you have? Fights like a man." But I was fighting against like ostrich things. So she's like telling these giant birds to fight like a man, which is like it makes no sense. So I thought it was funny and I drew it. There's Billy. I like this drawing. I like drawing like sharp noses. The game is fun also. I would recommend it. I don't think I beat it. I think I did like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 missions. So I think I had 1 left for like the main. Oh, no. I'm wrong. I did the first. There's like 2 series of like 5 or 6 missions. So I did the first one all the way through, which is the desert one. There's like a jungle one, and I only did like the first 1 or 2 of that one. So I have to go back to it sometime. But it's really fun. Okay, this is Valeria again. And just some other heads. I like drawing curly, wavy, fluffy hair. Some guys in cowls. We got a wizard at the bottom. A lot of pages I'll just like doodle whatever, and then the next day I'll just start a new page because I don't want to doodle over here. Like, oh, I want to do something else. I want to make a deck of playing cards at some point, but I don't know what to put. So like, this was just a brainstorm. And like what the suits would look like, swords or axes or hammers or shields or something. Different guys. We have some wizards. Merlin. I like this one. Another wizard. I like drawing wizards just as much as drawing barbarians. Yeah, playing cards are way more restrictive than, say, tarot cards. Yeah. The thing for me about the playing cards is, like, you have to draw... You only get to draw, like, the royalty cards, which is fine. But the problem for me is that they're, like, pairs. So it's, like, the suit all has to have, like, a common theme. And then each other suit, like all the queens, are just, like, different variations of the same thing with different themes. So it's like, okay, what themes am I going to pick? And then what? I have to draw 4 queens, one with each of the themes. So it's like, it all has to, like, make sense in a certain way. Like, okay, this is, like, the water one, this is the fire one, and then it starts being boring. So I was like, okay, what if I did, like, a wizard theme? Then it's like, okay, what are the other ones gonna be? So I was like, okay, like a wizard king, a queen, she's got flowers. And this was, what, clubs? Clubs, wands, bells, clovers, whatever they're gonna be. But then, like, what is the other suit? Like, knights, or what? And then I, like, ran out of ideas. Spades. So I was like, okay, do I just do, like, normal things, or... And I was, like, cartoony little style. I was like, And it's just, like, a bunch of pages of, like, not having ideas. This guy should be a card, though. A rook. A mighty rook. With a halo over his head. What is that?
He's a sandcastle bucket.
Oh. Did you do that?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, we got some figure drawings. I think, so there's, like, on the website, Quick Poses, there's, like, an option to do warriors, and it'll just be people with, like, weapons posing. So I think I did that for these ones, because he has, like, an axe or something. There's a dagger. This guy has a sword. Back to portraits. Like, I need to break the habit of doing this, because it's just kind of pointless. It's not, like, good practice. It's just, like, it's kind of nothing. Still not having ideas. Drew my watercolor palette. A lady with her head cut off. More cowboys. There he is again. He's following us. This one's cool. more figure drawings. This is the content Biani came here for. No face. Ugh. Suspicious. Got a little lizard man. This was a painting. Or I turned this into a painting, I should say. Not a copy of a painting. Figure drawings. Figure drawings. This one's pretty cool. I like the ones when they have like a core shadow here, then a lighter shadow, and then like light. I think this was like art trades I did in the middle of the year or something. Someone had like a Warhammer looking guy. So these are like planning for a painting. And then same thing, planning for a painting. I think I went with this one, but I really liked this one. Planning for a painting. And the last three are all different people's characters. Okay, we got like a griffin. We have my characters with bug eyes for some reason. It's someone else's character again. It's like a harpy. Use the paper for putting my brush on again. This is like a little scribble of like a lady holding something from like a painting I was copying. Oh, there it is again. Oh, it's a cool scribble. Figure studies in pen. So these are the ones I like better. Pirate lady. I think this one's a copy from a painting. Maybe this one is. I think this one is. I think it's Michael Whelan copy. This was like figure studies but faces instead, so it's just like timed. I don't know what's going on with the nose. A pained expression. These are all scary looking. I was not happy after doing these. None of them look good. But this means I have to do more of them. Except I haven't. Those expressions are awesome, thank you. Okay, these are more figure drawings. Come here often. I think I was thinking of like, no, that's not me.
Yeah, that's you.
Is
It's
it?
based off of a picture I took of you.
Oh. Okay. he's cut off. Figure drawings with the marker. These ones are kind of interesting. The big solid lines and then like a thin one. This one's cool. This is like a light source, so like all this is super bright. You just get her shadowed back. That's Golden Axe Lady. Tyrus Flare. Tyrus and Gilius from the Golden Axe, an Axe Battler. I don't know who that is. More figure drawings. You're so good at maintaining your style across mediums, though. 10 out of 10. Thank you. For me, it's not so much of like trying to look a certain way. It's just like, that's just kind of how I draw. So it comes out pretty well. And then other part to it is just like whether it's like how lazy I'm feeling. So like, maybe if we go back. Like some faces will look more detailed like this one. And then sometimes they're just kind of like, just like a line for the mouth or just like a couple lines for the nose. But it's still generally the same thing, like a big cheekbone and then the chin and like, so like the detail is just like laziness, but it's still, I still draw it the same way. Like I'll start with like the eyebrows or the eyes and then put the nose in and then the mouth. And it's the same general head shape and proportions. Like I don't change that too much. But anyways, figure drawings again with a pen. You'll see like a lot of repeating photos from quick poses. Like they don't have like a huge selection. So every once in a while you'll get like repeats or at least like the same person from the same photo shoot and you can like tell, but like they might be like slightly shifted, like they moved like their arms or something. So that's the lady that like scrunches up. This was when the new Conan comic came out earlier this year. So I like copied a couple of the drawings from it because they're like super good. So there's Conan, there's like some enemies, another Conan, another enemy. A lot of hatching. I would recommend the comic. At least like the first like I think 4 issues because the artist is really good. Some more of those. Got like a Nordheim guy. Someone getting stabbed. Even more of those. Delete. Do you like other characters show up in Conan Exiles? I know Conan does, but like does Belit, does Valeria, do like the other characters from the stories or anything show up? I know there's not really like a story mode. I know that in like the base game there are like clues or messages or something and that's about it. What?
You said Mordecai.
Nordheim. That's like the race.
Oh,
Like a Nord. I think it's called Nordheim. The lands of Nordheim. Miria, the Nightblade, my ESO character with some like watercolor to tint it. Couple headshots. Some more figure drawings. This one's nice. I like shading on ribs is like one of my favorite things. Or like abs. Just because there's like so many like weird little like soft and hard shadow places. There's like a lot of variety in a little space. Two more where I started shading the background for more contrast for the person. At some point, I want to try to do like an actual charcoal drawing of like a figure drawing for like an hour or a couple hours. Just to have them. To be like, yeah, I can draw that. This was planning for a painting. It took me 2 tries on the painting to get it right, or get it okay. The sketch, I think it was like perfect. And it's the same thing where I was like, I still kind of draw the same way. I just like simplify like how I do, how much detail I put into like the face or the muscles. Like I'll still start with whatever and keep the proportions generally the same. But it's obviously more cartoony. I would love to stay to watch more, but I must walk to another house to see in midnight with friend. All right. Good luck, Bayani. Happy New Year, yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye. Enjoy your New Year. Good luck on your walk. I hope you have fun. Thank you for joining.
Okay.
Anything else? What else can I add? Okay, so this one I did a painting of. The first one I did the same, same composition as this, but it ended up not working. Or I had them like way too small, and I had way too many stairs, so I scrapped it and I redid it and I cropped it like up here, so I like cut off his legs, and it came out better. But I just like the little guy. Goodbye. Adios. Sayonara. Farewell. Ciao.
My dude, shush.
Emma, this is my stream.
I know.
We got a knight, a soldier, with some bits of armor, a helmet, and a chest plate, but that's it. And that's it. That's the second sketchbook. Bayani stayed through 2 of them. Alright, 2 down.
What do we want to eat tonight?
We want to eat? Who could think about food in a time like this? Okay, now we get to my summer sketchbook. I don't know why I did not draw on this page. Starting off strong, so I rewatched, or not rewatched, for the first time I watched Dragon Ball with Emma while we were dog sitting. So I drew Bulma. And then I was stuck in the Dragon Ball style, so I drew some like anime looking Morgane from a book by C.J. Sherry Vanier. I vote pizza. Pizza would be good. I could go for some pizza. We got Morgane, Vanier, Sipta, or sushi. I would lean pizza on that one. Morgane with her sword that sucks things in. And then in the same kind of Dragon Ball style, I was also thinking, you want pizza? Dang. Alright, pizza. Let's get pizza. We walked by pizza yesterday, so it was on my mind. Okay, so it's a comic with all my ESO characters in the Dragon Ball style. So Miria, my name Blade. Oops. So she's like a rogue basically, and she does PvP. PvP, Dragon Knight, tank, or like a bruiser. We have my healer, who's PvE, and my PvE DPS, sorcerer. So she says, "Okay, guys, dinner is ready. Thank you, Miria. Great, I'm hungry." Or the elf girl says, "Thank you, Miria." The sorcerer says, "Great, I'm hungry." And then the grumpy guy says, "That's it?" She's like, "What did you just say?" And he said, "I said it's not enough," because it's just like a loaf of bread. And Moni's shocked. He's like, "You're dead." And then she says, "Hiya! I'll kill you for disrespecting my cooking." And he says, "We should have settled this a long time ago." And then they're like, "Come on, Moni, let's eat." Yeah, while they're fighting. I think it came out pretty good. Would not change anything about it, I think. We just have some doodles. Some faces. One more drawing in the Dragon Ball style of the same Miria pale green. That's awesome! What, the pizza? Just kidding. Then I got a ballpoint pen that's like pressurized, so you can write like upside down and stuff. So I brought that and I was doodling this, and we're still just watching Dragon Ball and doodling. I had like vintage stuff on the mind for some reason, so I drew a lot of like World War II or Vietnam soldiers. One eating peanut butter, saying this stuff is good. Okay, bye, Bioni. Oh, I love those two pictures. Goodbye. Bye. Rubbing her butt on the ground like a dog. Oh, Metal Slug. That's why I had it on my mind. I was playing a lot of Metal Slug. You see the top one? A lady. Like a 20s lady or something. Just some big heads. Some crazy eyebrows. Some big forehead. Trying to do a little bit of perspective. This one, on this one, on this one. Or just like a weird pose down here. He's playing a game. This was the view while we're watching TV. We watched a bunch of Wife Swap. So this is the fireplace at my parents' house. That's my dog taking a nap at my parents' house. It's my parents' dog, I guess, but it's really my dog. Soccer. We have a ninja lady. I think this one's pretty cool. I like the perspective on it. I like the shoe. Someone twirling. I think because I was watching Dragon Ball, I had like vehicles on the mind because Toriyama draws like super cool vehicles. A UFO. Around this time we went to Mount Shasta and we just watched like UFO videos there and stuff like that. And there's a lot of like UFO stuff in the shops. So that was on the mind. And just like a random drawing. Lady BMX driving over a car, a guy's hang gliding, someone's fishing. I really don't know. We watch a lot of UFO videos, but mostly we watch Yeah, we watch more fail compilations. Emma was obsessed with fail compilations for like 2 months. Got a dog, a guy. I think this was a copy of like a painting or like an ad or something. Some airplanes. More of the playing card sketches. I like this one. Just still trying to come up with ideas and failing. New ESO character, a necromancer. So I drew her a couple times. And she has a book. This is a very weird drawing. I think I'm just playing with my new pen. Okay, this is when Inktober starts. I'm not going to go through the Inktober sketchbook because I posted all of those. But, like, basically, in this sketchbook, I planned out each page. I have to move the microphone. I planned out each page before I did the Inktober. So you'll get, like, at least a thumbnail for almost every day of Inktober. And for a lot of them, I like the thumbnail better. So, like, this one, I really liked this. And then I drew the Inktober and it sucked. And I was like, dang it. But, like, I liked this one. I liked this one. I like that one. The Hobbit Spider Day. Trying to figure out his pose. How to draw a spider. Day 3 path. It's a path leading up to a thing, or a guy laying a path, or what. I ended up on this one, which is like a path to a witch's cottage. This one's cool, but it would take way too much hatching, so I did not want to do it, because it would take like 3 hours of hatching, which hurts your wrist. Day 4 dodge. I liked this one a lot. It's just like a guy jumping at a mouse. Also thought of like a cowboy shooter dodging a bullet. But I went with a goblin about to punch another goblin because there's a fly on his head. Okay, next day was map. Your average. Which way do we go? I thought we go that way. The next day was golden, so I drew golden axe. The golden axe. Gilius Thunderhead. Okay, next day was drip. So I was like, okay, a lady pouring water. So I was trying to figure out how to pose her. I like this one. The final drawing came out. She looks very stiff. What was this day? It was like a ride or something. I don't know, but I decided to draw a toad and a lady riding a toad. So I looked up frog pictures and drew a bunch of frogs again. I'm a common toad. What do you want? Next day was bounce. So a guy deflecting an arrow. The shield's all. Shield. That should be in the middle. So. I think the final one was like this one. We have fortune. I don't remember what this one was, but it was a guy playing a lute, going towards danger. Rise. Drew like a ghoul rising from the ground. This one was castle, so I was looking up like ruined castles and stuff. This is what I went with, except I think I changed it to a girl with like a furry coat. A guy stabbed. I watched a bunch of Dragonlance like explanations of the different Dragonlance books while I was doing the actual one for this. Angel. I don't remember what this one was. Oh, saddle. I was looking at horses. Saddle. Plump. I loved this one. Just a little girl in a big fat pumpkin costume. This one was like frozen, so I drew like a frozen skull. This one was chains, so I drew someone chained up in a dungeon. This one was claw, so I drew a monster hand. It's a guy in a shallow pool. Just doodles. Doodles, or I think, not doodles. This was trying to plan out a painting for my aunt and uncle, because I like robots and Darth Vader. And cowboys and pirates, space pirates and whatever. So I had like this guy and like a robot. I was not that happy with the painting though. Some people. I don't know what this is. Like a Warhammer guy. I don't know anything about Warhammer. Just your average doodle page for me. Like, I'll catch myself just drawing heads all over the place. So I'll try to force myself to draw, like, bodies or, like, poses instead. So every once in a while, I'll just see, like, a page where I'm like, okay, I have to draw full bodies. And try to force myself just to do stuff like that. So that's why you have, like, 3 here. So I was like, oh, shoot, I'm just drawing heads again. Then you'll just get, like, really weird random poses. So I'm like, okay, I have to do something. I don't know what the hair is there. I like this one, though. I like robes and stuff. Togas. I don't know anything about Warhammer, but I was looking at people painting the miniatures. So I want to draw something, some like bulky armor. It's kind of like monk guy. Some Halo doodles. I played Halo 3 at ODST with my friends, and we never finished the campaign, but I did a bunch of Halo doodles after. I'm not bitter about it at all. Some kind of smudge happened. A Conan. A Conan. My Elder Scrolls character again. A Michael Whelan copy. So I was listening to a podcast, and they started talking about how cool Michael Whelan paintings are. which is not something they would normally discuss on the podcast. So I doodled them as the painting while I was listening to it.
Oh my god, I don't think I ever saw this.
We got an ice cream conjuring up some ice, or an ice mage conjuring up some ice cream. We have a Khajiit. So this was on stream. The Khajiit stealing sweet rolls. The comic for Vrock. In a Tales of Tribute tournament, I used four gold to buy one Law of Sovereign Roost and then sacrifice one card to gain the favor of House Halalu. Your turn. I play Pot of Greed, allowing me to draw 3 cards. So what? You can't do that. That's not even what it does. And then this guy says, yeah, that what it do, Miyuki. Then we have the Blue Eyes White Dragon. A wild Blue Eyes White Dragon has appeared, and he says, I'm so dead. Okay, one thing I'll show that you guys. My microphone. Okay, one thing you haven't seen is like the comics, unless you've been going to the other, to like the download page whenever they come out. I've been submitting like 2-page comics to a APA thing for like Sword and Sorcery, like fandom or something. So I've been making little comics, 2 pages, and then submitting them, and they show up every month. So usually I'll sketch it out and try to plan out the thumbnails. Then I might do one more where I like plan it out again. But I think this was last month's. I'm supposed to do another one for this month, but I got sick and have not done it. And this was the last page, or no, we have a random pen testing page. And then we have a blank page, and then that's it. Oh, I bumped the camera. I'm making like a mess, like paper shavings are falling off. Okay, so speaking of the comics, let's look at those. I don't really want to read through all of them, but I'll just flip through. So he just strangles a harpy. And the next one, a tavern maid. So each one, I'm just trying to do like some kind of sword and sorcery thing. So whether it's like a barbarian or a rogue or like the Witcher or something. Or even like a wizard. Like an evil sorcerer kind of thing. And a lot of sword and sorcery stories have like a weird element, like some H.P. Lovecraft type thing happens. So the first one is more of just like a monster thing. Like, oh, there's a monster and it attacks him and he kills it in like a brutal fashion. This one is like more of a rogue thing. Oh, she hears about some treasure, so she sneaks in and steals it, but then it's to her doom. The next one's about a witch. This one, I think this one is not the best one. drawing wise. Like, this looks really bad. I need to put like solid blacks. That's what's wrong with it. So she's like, she basically predicts him coming. And then he's like, oh, I have to kill you. You're a witch. And then they fight. And then she like sucks his soul or sucks him into the dagger or the glass shard. So the twist is like she wins basically. This one was for October, so it's Halloween themed. So it's Frankenstein. And it's just Frankenstein's monster kills Frankenstein. That one was very rushed. I did this one like in one go in one day. And I only did one page because I didn't have time to do a second page. And this was the last one. So this one's just like a tavern brawl. He's got this like snake sword. And like this guy's fighting him and you can feel the power of the sword like beating on him. And then he gets stabbed and he sees the snake. And that's it. So that's all I've done for it. It's only like 4 months worth or something. Now we get to the figure drawing one. Or this is like my go out in public and draw sketchbook. So, like I'm trying to do, this one's, the point is like not to be doodly in this one. I was just drawing what I see or drawing from some reference or something. So I took it fishing with me and I drew my fishing pole and the view with the mountain. Drew the view of the pier and the bridge that's next to the pier. Then I copied a Norman Rockwell painting of like a guy fishing with his dog. Then it was like 95 degrees outside and we don't have air conditioning, so we went to the mall and I drew random people, but they kept moving. Then I copied a Norman Rockwell drawing again, the girl with the marbles. Then I looked up chess pictures and drew the competitors because I was listening to a lot of stories about Karpov versus Kasparov. Then a couple days later, we went to a cafe. So I looked out of the window and drew the liquor store across the street with a giant palm tree. I really like this page. So I drew that. I drew a chips display that was inside the cafe. See, it says jalapeno. And then I drew the inside of the store. There are a bunch of boxes, a bunch of shelves with mugs, and then desserts or like baked goods and like another display. Then I took it to the beach and I drew some rocks and a lady sitting in a tent. Taken it anywhere really since, so I've just been doing figure studies in it. And all in pen. The point of the sketchbook is to be pen, to be like practice things. So no doodles, just drawing from like reference. And then the goal is to have like a sketchbook I can like show off. That's not like super messy. And then by drawing in pen, I'm like forcing myself to try harder. And then on these pages, I wrote the time. So these are all 2 minutes. 2 minutes of looking at the picture and trying to draw it. Let me see if these ones said. Yeah, 2 minutes timed for these ones. Continuing with 2 minutes here. Like ones like this, it's all scribbling. You can tell what's going on. Those are my favorites. I took it to vacation with us, and I drew Emma making like lunch or something, or pancakes. I messed up though. I made the counter like way too tall, so it messed with her arms, and the whole drawing came out real bad. And I gave her fat legs too. More 2-minute figure drawings. I like this one. Another scribbling one that came out good. This one's interesting too. So I just did vertical lines. Okay, so these ones are 3 minutes. So I should have more detail on them. Doesn't really look like it though. And then I took it fishing again. I drew a bunch of rocks. So it was like, I was sitting on a rock pile. I went down into the water. So like, these are the rocks, and this is the water. I was pretty happy with this. Just different like textures with the pen. So it was like partially an experiment on like pen textures. I think it looks neat. And then across, so if I looked this way, there's just the ocean. If I look that way, there's the ocean. If I look that way, there's like the shore, but there's still water in between. So there's like a old Navy boat there, so I drew that. Some 3-minute poses. Accuracy of proportion should get better over time. I saw like someone recommended drawing like engine blocks and like machinery stuff to like get a better idea of like what that all looks like together. So if you want to draw like a robot or something. So I looked up engine blocks and drew them. And then I went back to doing 2-minute poses over here. And then this was the other day. My pen leaked. And then it dripped. And that's it. So still have a bunch of pages in this one. I'm gonna get a quarter of the way done. And And then the last sketchbook is like the weirdest sketchbook.
Why is it weird?
It's the sketchbook I bring when I hang out with Nick and Emma. We all go to cafes and just like draw. So, very first page, but I didn't know what to do. We went to milk tea. Oh, so this starts in February and it finished in like early December or something. So I drew Conan. They gave us a lucky cat, or we went to a milk tea place. They gave us a lucky cat piggy bank, or no, we got a piggy bank, but there were lucky cat ones too. So I drew Conan, saying, "I just can't slay out until I get my honey milk strawberry taro green bubble tea," and then the lucky cat saying, "Drink up, Conan." And then I drew a lady smelling flowers for some reason, and then a knight skateboarding saying, "Your days as a foppish poser are over, heretic." And then free pig with purchase of 5 items. And we purchased... Did we purchase 5 or like 4?
I don't know. 3, 4. We probably got a food thing with our drinks.
I think we got like 2 drinks. So like on the next page you'll see. I drew what we had. So we brought a thing of markers. I bought truffle fries and I think I bought like popcorn chicken. And me and Emma got a drink. So those 4 things. I don't know.
We probably got mixed.
I don't know what the 5th was.
No.
I think they just gave it to us, which is cool. So then I drew the things. So that was day 1 in February.
The hole in the piggy bank is only big enough for pennies and dimes, so I'm slowly filling it up.
That's weird. The next day, we went to my house, and I drew a rusty... Oh, we have like a, it's like a dice table thing where you roll up something to draw. So I got rusty dolphin tank. So I channeled metal slug and drew like this giant dolphin tank thing climbing out of the ocean. So these are the more like sensible drawings. King of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, more planning for cards. I was like, oh, maybe eyeballs for a theme. So he has 3 eyes, she has 1 eye. Emma had an idea to do drawings on magazine pages. So we like went to a thrift store and got like Better Home and Garden magazines and then like picked out pages and then tried to draw people into it. So I drew a D&D themed one and had like a guy wearing like a fake beard and a wizard hat and then like his friends playing D&D with him. And then there's a goblin. We used Posca markers for this. And there's like a chocobo up there. Little chick. In your eyeballs. Next day, or it's like, we basically meet like once a week. That's what the point of it is. Whoa, I forgot about the dolphin tank. That one's cool. Thank you, Nick. I drew a forest. Just a normal thing to draw. And I was like, what else can I draw? So I said, the Lord giveth Mary the power to slay. And it's Mary from the Bible holding a controller. And it says, and so she did. And then she also has a scythe in her controller. This is one of my favorite drawings in this sketchbook. None of the things in here are going to make any sense. They're just like whatever was on my mind at the time. It was like the for fun sketchbook. I drew the potion seller, one of my favorite videos on YouTube. I love you, potion seller. Oh, traveler. And he just says his name. Or, that's potion seller, that's the traveler. So he's doing a kissy face. Potion seller. I drew their faces some more. On this side, we have like statue-like women. We have like this one. Then we've got like a snake head or some kind of lizard head. And a girl reading a book saying, wow, this mythology stuff is crazy. Receipts. Okay, we've got my OCs, but I didn't get to finish it. I just sketched it in pencil. Then I brought watercolor pencils the next time. Just drew like some weird perspective thing. Then I tried to draw something realistic and it didn't really work because I couldn't get that much contrast out of them. Okay, I brought my watercolor this time. I drew another statue lady, and a lady in like a robe thing. Guy with no shirt. There he is again, with a shirt. A guy holding up feet, or someone's foot, and saying, "Man, I love feet." And we've got a sniper lady. Just a normal sketching page. Okay, so I was rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time, so I drew a Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. This guy with a bomb strapped to his chest says, "You have 30 minutes to live, then I blow this whole place up." And then someone crashes through the ceiling, and he says, "Holy jumping Jehoshaphat." And then Kaiba says, "Hey, scrub, duel me or your mom goes to prison." And the guy's like, "What?" And he's like, "I have a literal bomb strapped to my chest, kid. Are you stupid?" And then Kaiba says, "Taste my deck, noob." And cuts off his head with the dual disc.
Nice.
He saves the day. He's a hero. Okay, and then my friend wanted me to draw a snow leopard, so I did. There it is. Like, we were telling him about what we're doing. He's like, "Oh, you should draw a snow leopard next time." And then I was thinking about Fafhrd and Mauser. So it's Mauser jumping down saying, "Taste my boot, you talentless winkle." And we've got a big cat there. Okay, we're going to the movie theater, and we sat outside for half an hour or something because we showed up early. And I drew the movie theater. And a couple passerbys before the D&D movie. More statue ladies? There's like a big painting of the Statue of Liberty. So sometimes it puts on my mind. Other times the Statue of Liberty is just on my mind. Okay, I brought the brush pen. I'm going to do it Naruto. I'm going to do it Naruto. I'm going to slaughter him myself. That's a guy. There's a lion. There's a guy in a cowl again. Okay, we have Goblin Core over here. Feeling cute. Might delete later. Hashtag Goblin Core. So I was basically ranting about how Goblin Core is like... People post Goblin Core stuff like online, and it's just cute goblin things like, "Oh, it's cute. Oh, mushrooms. Oh." And I was saying like Goblin Core would be like super savage. There'd be like blood and stuff all over the place. So it's a goblin juggling severed heads, and it says Goblin Core. And then a goblin destroying all the cute flowers, and it says Goblin Core. And then I don't know what's going on here. Her eyes are bleeding for some reason. And then this lady says, "Man, I love tacos." And she's sitting on a giant taco. Then we have a guy saying, "I'm here to save the country, yes." Where are our guys? Where did they go? Just point me at the enemy. I'm like a cannon, baby. Point me at the enemy. We got a guy that says, "I hate goblins." Someone elbowing someone else in the head. Okay, now I felt like drawing a witch. Writing a broomstick with colored pencils. And there's another witch. And this is in April, so I don't know why. With The little cat. Oh no, this is when Hogwarts Legacy came out, I think. Okay, so this is a memoriam to my 2 friends who died but are actually still alive in real life.
Weirdo.
We are gathered here today to commemorate the great lives of Misha and Tolya, who were taken from us at the ripe age of 27. Their conjoined souls are grittying to the tune of sweet goodbyes issued by their dearest friends and family. They smiled down at us from their place in Russian heaven.
That is just weird, Sage.
Misha,
That is
Tolya.
so weird.
And then God over here says, I never thought I'd see this day. And there they are, laughing, smiling down upon us from Russian heaven. They're Russian, by the way. Then we have Fawford and Mauser. So this is a scene from the story. Use secret thrust 2.5, Fawford. It's in the book. Jump in the oven. There'd be a masterstroke of strategy. So Grey Mauser's just talking nonsense, and Fawford's fighting this animated suit of armor. Then we've got a dragon in a ruin. Makes sense to me. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Then we just have like a sword and sorcery kind of like poster layout thing of just random characters. Okay, and then this is Conan fishing. So we went to the pier. This was my grandfather's greatest fishing rod. It is my only chance at catching my foe. It has evaded me for years, the king ghostfish. And then it says, with baited hook and a mighty cast, I merely have to try my luck and wait. It says sploosh. Until, then the reel goes, fwee. Then he says, it's, set the hook. Fish on! Super epic, I know. The most epic fishing comic ever. Here we have my characters. Male and Rhea. Okay, another comic. It's a boat at sea, and he says, we've been at sea for nearly 50 days. That's enough time to make a man go mad. I haven't seen a battle in months. I have no one to practice my sword on. Not since we ate Johnny. He was my best friend. We used to spar for hours. Clink. Such a great guy. Delicious, too. I really miss him. I'll never forget you, Johnny. And it says, Fred and Johnny, best friends. It's like Thor's hammer. He keeps it in his helmet. Johnny's such a great guy. And Fred remembers him. Feeling savage, might delete later. Same joke as like 20 pages ago. Counts. Then we have some Xena drawings. Gabby, we must stop Ares. And then jocks are saying, are these guys bothering you, Gabby? And then Gabrielle just says, oh, Xena. I like Joxer a lot. He's funny. Okay, we were driving from San Francisco to LA. So I was drawing like cars that were behind and like the view of like the desert we were driving through and just whatever. I was listening to Dark Sun on audiobook, so I had like a Dark Sun guy, kind of angel lady. Motel 6. Then I lent Emma my sketchbook because she wanted to draw. This is what she draws on hers all the time. Little monster guys. Some more car drawings. So this was the view from inside the car. And then all the cars were behind in LA traffic. LA traffic. Everyone's favorite. There's like an LA hill. Then a semi-truck. Got another great comic. Yes, it's all coming back to me. E4, C5, Knight F3, G6, D4. Pawn takes d4. Or, yeah, pawn, I think. Knight takes d4. Knight f6. Knight c3. Try to move your knights. I dare you. a6. Bishop g5. e6. f4. h6. This takes me back to my youth, when I was the best. Queen f6. Checkmate. Rook takes. Checkmate. King takes e2. Checkmate. And then the girl he's playing against says, checkmate. He says, what? Good game, mister. So the idea is that, like, he's like he played chess and got, like, he became like a mafia guy or something. Because he's like slamming the table, rapping his knuckles. And then you see his buffed out arm saying, I vow to never lose again. And his shoes are untied for some reason. This is definitely after Street Fighter came out. This is a post Street Fighter comic. Then we have John Star Wars, my favorite character. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. My name is John Star Wars, and I am here to destroy the Sith. There is turmoil in the air. I can smell it. There! Die, die, die! Bzz. And he cuts a porg in half. I was very happy with these drawings also. Okay, now Street Fighter comic. I've seen 10,000 battles with 10,000 men, but never one as beautiful as you, Ken. Nani? Just kidding. Sure you can. And then Ken gets knocked out, and he says, I hate you so much, but only because I love you, Ryu.
You're so into it.
We have Street Fighter drawings, we have Manon, we have Blanca Chan, we have Kimberly, the new characters. Hit the camera. This is the grand finale of the stream, the sketchbook. I summon the mighty lion, Poodle, in attack mode. Yugi, no! That's the most powerful card in all Floof monsters. I think that was Emma's idea. She said, you must draw a lion poodle. How to draw anime. This is for the guy that was in the... that said something about anime earlier. How to draw anime. Just like that. I love burger. Then I was playing more Metal Slug, so I made my own Metal Slug OC. Her name is Pizza Roll. She's 22. Her rank is Major. Her role is Sniper. They do need to put John Star Wars on Fortnite. Her favorite food is Tostitos Pizza Rolls. And her favorite movie is Joe Dirt. Ah, yes, another comic. Everyone's favorite comics. Target acquired. Hey, kid, want to try a Grimace Shake? And it's the Burger King guy. He says, if you have the shot, take it. Roger. Boom! And his face explodes. And she says, happy birthday, Grimace. Thanks for the shake. And then the Grimace Shake thing happens to her. Okay, and then we have, I don't know what to do without Uwu. I think it says, commit a murder. Sonic Boom my balls. Me on my way to commit a felony. Draw me like one of your sniper rifles. Just a normal page again. Okay, one of those boob armor drawings, and she says no fair. This war-torn veteran says, where's my waifu? And we have the new patrol here. This is one of my favorite drawings here. The Noob Patrol. That should be a tattoo. I'm here to collect 100 sacks of flour. Or your hand in marriage. Now give me a kiss. Okay, this is inspired by the nasty drink I got. I ordered it. It's like $7 and it was disgusting. $7. The matcha sugarcane. It's disgusting. Don't buy it. Really. Puking. Vomiting. So those are the reviews. Women love it. And she says, you'll wish you got anything else. And she's dancing. The U.S. Army loves it. We fire them at the enemy. They make great artillery shells. Sergeant John Avery Smith. Get yours now, while supplies last. Not available for purchase with food stamps. Got milk? Man seeking woman. I saw you on the corner of Broadway and 3rd Street. Your hair is golden, and you were on a run. I saw the carefree yet determined look in your eyes, and I knew you were the one. I dream of walking up and down the beach with you and sharing meals together. You'll never have to eat normal dog food again. If this sounds like you, call 555-4422. That's my radio voice.
Lord.
The joke is that it's a dog. We've got Bulma again, so this is post Dragon Ball. My favorite thing in like the first episode is Bulma just pulls a gun and starts shooting at Goku, a child, like immediately. I didn't know Dragon Ball was that cool. Okay, then I started looking at Harry Potter stuff after... Actually, I don't remember, because this is months after the game came out. That Beep Potter is just too cool, says Draco. His mom was so hot, thinks Snape. I can't read, thinks, Crab, I think? And then Hagrid says, show them who's boss, Harry. And then Harry says, hey, Cho, watch this. Slither in my balls. And he does a cool trick. He does like a heel grab. 150 points to Gryffindor. Wow, OMG, Harry's so cool. And there's Hermione, Ron, Cho, Luna, and the little kid with the camera. This is a funny one, I think. If you don't think that's funny, I don't know. We don't have the same sense of humor. Then it's Harry saying, forget Hogwarts, I want to play Fortnite. Go away, Hermione, I'm playing Fortnite. We got Ron, Harry, Hermione. Hermione's laughing at Ron. I don't remember why I was drawing Harry Potter in, like, August. Okay, we got Harry Potter compared to Conan.
What?
That was like the theme of these 2 pages. This guy's saying, what would Dumbledore do? And then this lady is saying, show him your secret technique, Conan. He says, let's dance, kid. And then Harry says, zippity flippity tomato kiss. And back when UFOs were on the mind. Got a guy, a dog, a lady, a sand pyramid. Mount P. I don't remember what the P stands for. I like the dog. The dog's stealing the show. We got a fresh pen loaded up. We got a guy defending his porch. He's saying no. Minecraft veteran can be your angel or your demon. I am the nicest community member. I will always leave diamonds and cookies in the communal chest. You will love me. Ooh, woo. That's the angel. The devil. I should have read that differently. The devil. I have won 1,000 PvP battles and have mastered the art of TNT. Your house will be obliterated, noob. And then his character is Mom Slayer 69. And he says, I'm hella epic. Okay, we got a girl with a gun core shirt. And she says, turn the music down right now. Because they always blast music in the milk tea place. It's very annoying.
They didn't used to.
They did in this one.
They've started to.
And then we had an astronaut on the mind. Maybe when Starfield came out. Watch out, Jonathan. He's a space wizard. You mean he's a... War? Okay, we have the dog episode when we went to Nick's house and drew dogs. Place head here. Place head.
Yeah.
Give me your Panda Express, Nikki. Drawing a devil for the Inktober. Okay, this is like Inktober, but for MetaZoo, which is a card game. No. So you just draw the characters. So I did that. Then we have a guy riding a whale. There's a little heron or something, just like shocked, like, oh my god. We've got someone jumping in for some reason. And we've got a ship in the background blowing steam. Okay. I started grinding in Street Fighter. So we have Lily, who was my main. Oh, we have someone dropping in again. Lily, in her second costume, says, not another Ken, because everyone you match up against online is a Ken. And then she says, you came to the wrong street, Gringo Ken. And then you have Lily's Tacos, Aztec style. And there's Gringo Ken. One of my favorite comics. All of the comics are my favorite. Okay, we got Luigi. Every extreme mama needs a healthy serving of a spaghetti. Or my name's not Luigi Spaghetti the Third. So there's Luigi Spaghetti. Break it down. So much flavor. 100, 200, 300 points, that is. And she says, she's all sweaty. Man, I need some spaghetti. And then they're on Luigi. Mamma mia, we love Luigi spaghetti. Okay, and then this one was Emma's idea. She said, bring the watercolors and then splotch down some paint. Or it's like one of her books. You just splotch down some watercolor paint and then turn it into a cat. So I did that 4 times. So this one came out pretty good, I think. This one came out kind of bad. This one came out good. This one came out bad. And then I drew people around him. So this guy's like, crikey, look at those beasts. And then we've got a hunter lady saying, I need a new coat. This one's got a house on his back. There's a cat girl saying, Nyan. This cat says, look into my eyes and tell me what you see. And then this one is Specimen X in a tube because it looks like a fetus. And then we just have a dog saying, huh? Cats, hello. Flawless Australian accent. Thank you so much. And welcome. And then the last page is like a homage or whatever. It's just like a combination of all the different pages. So you've got my friends up in the sky, smiling down upon everyone else. We have the whale from a couple pages ago. The UFO. The Witch Girl. We have Bulma. We have a Goblin from Goblin Core. We have Emma's Little Monster from Emma's Monster page. The Little Bird from the Whale page. We have a car. We have me, Emma, and Nick. We have John Star Wars, the Sniper Girl, Yugi Moto, Master Chief, who actually didn't make an appearance in the comic, and neither did Pikachu. We have Ken. We have Dog. We have Harry Potter. We have Mail and Rhea. We have Conan. We have Bofford and Mauser. We have the Kissy guy. We have that guy with the horned helmet and the girl with the moon tattoo. We have the cat from the previous page. We have Luigi Spaghetti. We have Space Wizard Astronaut. We have the matcha milk tea thing is nasty dancer lady. We have the guy defending his porch. We have the Grimace Shake. We have the Gun Corps girl. We have the Statue of Liberty. And that's it. That's everyone. And there's actually one more page that's blank, and that's the end. And that's the last sketchbook. We've gone through all of them. There's my messy desk. So that'll be the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for coming and sitting through and listening to me babble for like 2 hours or however long it's been. 2.5 hours. I'll see you next year. Goodbye.
Bye.
Farewell. So long.